But that is recording.
During the civil rights movement, Martin Luther King taught his followers to never resort to violence. He believed they'd take it more seriously if their protests were peaceful. After all, the police have no right to arrest anyone for a non-violent demonstration. This play takes place a non-violence protest known as a sit-in, where 4 African-American college students intentionally sit at the whites-only lunch counter at Woolworths store in Greensboro, North Carolina.
You guys wait a sec till I get my script.
Durante el movimiento por los derechos civiles, Martin Luther King enseñó a sus seguidores a nunca recurrir a la violencia. Creía que serían tomados más en serio si sus protestas fueran pacíficas. Después de todo, la policía no tenía derecho a arrestar a nadie por una manifestación no violenta. Esta hora tiene lugar en una protesta no violenta conocida como sentada, en la que 4 estudiantes universitarios afroamericanos se sentaron intencionalmente en el mostrador de almuerzo solo para blancos en una tienda de Woolworths en Greensboro, California del Norte.
Just about every week, Mama, Granny, and Susie go shopping downtown. Susie loves having her mom and her granny to herself for the afternoon.
Whenever it's hot or they get tired, I head over to Sarah Woolworth. They just seem to see their coats because I love to say I love chocolate.
Look at that great banana split. Mama, could I have one?
No, Susie, not here. I'll make you one at home.
That won't be the same.
All over town, signs tell Mama, Susie, and Granny where they can and can't go.
Sign on waterfront or movie trailer, bathrooms in color only.
I've never heard of color order. Have you, Susie?
Just then, Granny lifted Susie up so she could take a sip.
There was a man looking at them.
You know better than that.
Sorry, mister. I'm too old for silly rules.
Most people, Susie, know things that change anytime soon.
But her father thinks differently. One morning he reads something on a newspaper that gives him hope.
Dr. King is coming to town. Who is sick? He's not that kind of doctor, Susie. He's a minister who's working to make things better for us.
So we can go anywhere we please?
Like the lunch cat to Woolworths? Yes, and other places too.
Later that week, Susie's family goes to hear Dr. King's preach.
World peace through nonviolent means is neither absurd or unavailable. All other methods have failed. Thus, we must begin a new nonviolent good starting point. Papa, I don't get it. Dr. King is saying no matter how the white man treats us, we'll never resort to violence. We will make change with peaceful protests.
Amen. Later that week, Susie and her family, go shopping downtown. They stop at Woolworths Black-overs for Coke.
Mama, look, there are 4 African-American boys in a lunch counter. We know those guys going to these friends. Don't they know they're in the wrong place?
Shh. Some rules have to be broken, Susie.
Coffee and a donut, please. I'm sorry, we can't serve your kind.
The boys don't budge.
Do you understand English? They can sit there forever for all I care.
I am so proud of you boys. I wish that someone had done this sooner.
The nervous waitress kept wiping and re-wiping the counter, but every time they look up, the boys are still there.
Suddenly, the manager came back with the police. Boys, you know the rules. No black people allowed at the lunch counter. Please move along at the rescue.
All we are doing is sitting here.
Yeah, but nothing but peaceful.
We haven't caused any problems.
What are the charges? We haven't hurt anyone.
This is getting scary.
Let's go, honey.
The store is closing early today. Everybody out. We'll have this mess cleared up by tomorrow.
That night, Susie and her parents watch everything on the news on TV.
They see the sit-ins happening all over the South.
Many Jones, Afro-American, are arrested and thrown to jail.
They can hear the students yelling from the jail cell.
Jail not bail! Jail not bail! How long into the sentence are over, Papa? When folks get what they want.
That summer, Mama, Papa, Susie, Granny go downtown. When they pass Woolworths, Granny suddenly shouts,
They're serving them! Papa stopped. He strapped the family runs really long.
They each take a seat at the lunch counter.
the waitress walks up.
Can I take your order, folks? 5 banana splits, please.
This is the story of Rosa Parks, a black woman in Montgomery, Alabama, who refused to give up her seat on the bus to white men after a long day at work. In 1955, this was considered a crime. Rosa was arrested and taken to jail. The response of African American community where she lived was to boycott or stop riding the buses. The bus company lost so much money they were forced to change the law.
Esta es la historia de Rosa Parks, una mujer negra de Montgomery, Alabama, que se negó a ceder su asiento en el autobús a un hombre blanco. Después de un largo día de trabajo, en 1955, esto fue considerado un delito. Rosa fue arrestada y llevada a la cárcel. La respuesta de la comunidad afroamericana donde vivía fue a boicotear o dejar de viajar en los autobuses. La compañía de autobuses perdió tanto dinero que se vieron obligados a cambiar la ley.
It's Thursday, December 1st, 1955. A black woman named Rosa Parks is waiting at a bus stop on Cleveland Avenue in Montgomery, Alabama. When the bus stops for her, she boards and takes a seat in the back where blacks are required to sit. After several other stops, the front seats are all filled up with white people, and one white man is standing in the aisle.
Hey, you back there, get up. Did you hear me, lady? I said get up. Are you gonna move or not? No, I'm not. You must not be here late, lady. Everybody knows those seats go to white folks when they're needed. You know I'm not gonna be able to let you get away with this. What would all my passengers think? There's a law about this, you know. Maybe it's time we had a law that treated people fairly. I'll let someone else worry whether the laws are fair or not. Lady, I'm calling the police to have you arrested. You do that. Excuse me, officer, could you step onto the bus to help us out?
What's the problem?
This lady refuses to give up her seat to another passenger. I told her to move, but she won't budge.
Do you speak English, lady?
Yes, I do.
Did you understand what the bus driver said?
Yes, I did.
Then why won't you get up?
I didn't think I should have to. Why do you push us around?
I don't know, but the law's the law. You're breaking it. I'm putting you under arrest.
The police officer put Rosa into the patrol car and took her to jail. She was fingerprinted and photographed, and then she was put into a cell. A friend of Rosa, Mrs. Patch, had been on the bus when Rosa was arrested. She ran to Rosa's house to tell her husband what had happened.
Rosa didn't leave. The bus driver pulled the bus over and called the police. The next thing I knew, Rosa was on her way to jail.
Go to my friend Edie Nixon. Tell him to meet me at the jail in court.
Whatever you say, Raymond.
Raymond and Edie paid Rosa's bail and got her out of jail. When they got home, they all discussed Rosa's arrest over a cup of coffee.
They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, but I almost got another fine. I was so thirsty I straight to walk up the jailhouse. Without paying any attention, the officer told me the route was for whites only. Imagine that, even in jail.
It's time for a change. We've been living in this injustice for way too long. I think your arrest might be a blessing in disguise, Rosa.
Why do you say that?
Word about your arrest is going around town like wildfire. The people are up in arms about it. This is our chance to organize the community.
How?
We can boycott the buses. If we have to give our seats to white people, we shouldn't ride the buses at all.
How long will the boycott last?
Until they desegregate the buses.
Edie, we can't change the whole world in one day.
Well, we've got to start somewhere. You with me?
Yes, Edie, it's time, like you said.
Rosa, I'm worried about your safety. Now a lot of whites will be mighty mad when they hear about this.
If we all unite, we can be strong and help each other get through this.
Later that night, Edie planned to boycott with a new minister at the Dexter Avenue Baptist Church. The new minister's name was Martin Luther King Jr.
This boycott is going to need a lot of organization. We'll need a place to come together and coordinate our efforts. I'm suggesting we use the church as a meeting place. I was hoping you could provide us some leadership, Reverend King.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea. I've only been here for a year. The people may not accept me as a leader.
The situation's never going to be perfect. We all have to just rise to the occasion and do the best we can.
I can see the urgency of the situation. Yes, let's use the church as our headquarters. How do you think we should handle the boycott?
Volunteers have already made leaflets telling people not to ride the buses on Monday, and black cab drivers have agreed to give people rides for 10 cents.
On Monday, December 5th, there were hardly any black people on the buses. Instead, they gathered on street corners and waited for rides from friends and cab drivers. Rosa went to court and was fined $10 for breaking the law. She refused to pay the fine. That night, there was a mass meeting to decide on a future course of action. At the meeting, Reverend King was elected leader of the movement. He gave a speech that electrified his audience.
We are here because we are American citizens and we are determined to apply our citizenship to the fullest.
That's right.
There comes a time when people get tired of being trampled. There comes a time, my friends, when people get tired of being subjected to humiliation and despair. We have a long road ahead of us, brothers and sisters. Our enemies will try to put us down into the pit of hatred. You may not have hatred in your heart and seek justice at the same time. Right here in Montgomery, where the history books are written in the future, somebody will say 3 of the race of people, of black people, who had the moral courage to stand up for their rights. In the meantime, we must stick together and work together for what we're known as American citizens. What we're doing is just right. What we're doing is just...
God bless you, Brother King.
The blacks in Montgomery were determined to stand up for their rights and to challenge white power. They continued to boycott in spite of threats and attacks by racists. On December 20th, 1956, the U.S. Supreme Court finally ordered the city of Montgomery to desegregate the buses. Blacks no longer had to give up their seats to white passengers. Reverend King continued to fight for justice, and growing numbers of people helped him in his struggle. Rosa Parks' simple act of defiance 1 year earlier had marked what is now called the Civil Rights Movement.